Hey guys, welcome to day 2 of our new coach group. Hopefully yesterday you got some really good information. I didn't see any questions come through, so hopefully I did a good job of making that video for you. Here's day 2. We're going to talk about the 3 vital behaviors, and that is on your quick start guide that you downloaded earlier this week. Here's a copy of that little blue square that we're going to be talking about today, the 3 vital behaviors of a Team Beachbody coach. Number 1 being invite, invite, invite. 2, proof of the product. And then 3, personal development. If you go to that actual document that you downloaded, there are these 3 training videos down here that you can click on if you would like to watch. They're helpful and could give you some really good insight as well. So invite, invite, invite. This is the number 1 vital behavior because, again, like I was saying yesterday, it is so important to continually invite and then continually add to your customer list. You don't want to become stagnant. You don't want to become that coach that doesn't continually search for new people to help. You just don't. You don't want to be in that position. You may have 30 coaches underneath of you and you might be making a decent paycheck every month, but you're never going to grow your business if you don't continually invite. So there's a couple of different ways that we can invite, or we should invite, I should say. You need to start with a contact list. You need to pull out a pen and paper or get out an Excel spreadsheet, whatever you feel comfortable with, and write down every single person you can think of. Think about work, think about family, think about high school, college, sorority, fraternity, sports teams, clubs that you were in or are in, people that you might go out with, neighbors, family, friends, all those people that you can think of. Write their names down. Here's why. Because when you sit down to invite, you need to know where to start. You might not have those people on your Facebook wall. You might not have them on your, most recently talked to list. So it's a good place to reference when you need somebody new to talk to, because you should always be doing the 5-3-3. That means you should be starting 5 new conversations every day, non-Beachbody related. You should be inviting 3 people to a challenge group every day and following up with 3 people to a challenge group every day. So my Facebook strategy to follow up this 5-3-3 is something that really worked for me in the beginning to kind of break the ice with people that I haven't talked to in a while, because let's be honest, it's been 10 years since I graduated high school, and I haven't talked to some of those people in a long time. So it'd be kind of awkward for me to message them and be like, hey, I noticed you were trying to lose some weight. Come join my challenge group. Little awkward. So I decided to start doing this little routine, if you will, on Facebook. On day 1, I like somebody's picture, post, comment, etc., etc. I just like it. Okay? That shows them that I've paid attention to their profile at least once. Then, the next day or maybe the day after that, I comment on something. It may be one of their pictures, maybe a post. I might even go straight to posting on their wall. Hey, how are you? It's been so long. Your family's beautiful. Something. Look at their pictures. Find something that you can say that's genuinely interesting to you. And then on day 4 or 5, then you can send them a personal message. Hey, I've been Facebook stalking. Ha 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 ha. I see that you have a little boy that's my kid's age. That's awesome. How's life? What you doing? Where are you working? Etc., etc., etc. Make small talk. Talk about anything you can without Beachbody. If you're doing a good job doing your Facebook post every day, then guarantee they're probably going to swing around and ask you about Beachbody at some point, because it should be noticeably obvious that you are into health and fitness when somebody looks at your profile. So 9 times out of 10, I don't ever have to bring up Beachbody. They usually do. And if they don't do it the first time, I go back to my contact list. I write next to their name, talk to in a personal message on Facebook on February 9th about their little boy. And then I move on to the next person the next day. Usually that person will come back in a day or two. Hey, I noticed you're starting a new challenge group. Can you tell me a little bit more about that? Again, I didn't have to say anything about Beachbody. They usually come back to me. So that's a really great strategy that I've been playing with. Another way to invite is to always have a challenge group in the plans. Steph and I do our challenge groups together, and we always know what our next challenge group is going to be. For example, we already know that our March is going to be something about spring break and being bathing suit ready. Our one for February, the Fall in Love with Yourself Again, came out in the works when we were working with our January group. So you always want to know what your next group's going to be. That way, if you get somebody talking about Beachbody, you can say, yeah, in March I'm going to have this get ready for, bikini body group. Would you like to join me? That way, to them, it seems like you've got this under your belt, you know what you're talking about, and that you can really help them. Different themes for different seasons. I mean, we've been kind of crafty with ours. You don't really have to, but it kind of gives a sense of urgency maybe. Like, February's is Fall in Love with You Again. Well, that wouldn't necessarily... It looks like we've actually planned that. It's not just like, hey, it's another challenge group. We've actually thought about the fact that we want to focus on falling in love with yourself again through physical change. So I don't know. I think it kind of just adds a little professionalism, if you will. Pair up and do one together. This was the best idea. I don't know that Steph or I don't know who thought about it. Had. We pair up and do pretty much everything together. In the business world, they like to call that success partners. Best idea ever. Grab somebody. Do it with somebody else, because guess what? Your first challenge groups may only have 1 or 2 people in them if you do them alone. Not gonna lie, that was one of my biggest fears. Ask Steph, that I was like, I don't really want to start a challenge group, because what if nobody else wants to join me? So we paired up and did it together, and then her 1 or 2 and my 1 or 2 made 3 or 4, so it made it a little less awkward. And plus, the more people you have in there to talk and chat and, give insight, the better your challenge groups will run. Another way to invite is through your free group. You should all have a free challenge group on Facebook where you are inviting people there and just simply talking about health and fitness, non-Beachbody related. You might be posting recipes, you might be posting Pinterest workouts, you might be posting inspirational quotes, you might be talking about your struggle because you have a 3-year-old that never sleeps and you don't have time to work out, etc., etc., etc. You can always post in those groups, once a month, hey, I've got a challenge group starting. If you want to commit to Shakeology in a program, let me know, etc., etc. Great place to pull invites from. And then my last thing about inviting, I did a Shakeology 5-day trial November, I think, where I sold 5 packets of Shakeology for $20. You're going to lose a teensy bit of money on that, but it's okay. It's so worth it. What I did was I sold those 5 recipes in a little brown paper bag, and I put in 5 or 6 different recipe cards and gave them their packs. I'm telling you, and I'm not lying, 100% of those Shakeology 5-day trials that I sold turned into Shakeology home direct orders. It was a great way to inexpensively get it out there and let them try just more than one sample. Because really with 5 days, you're going to feel the actual impact. You're going to feel the higher energy levels. You're going to feel the more regular stomach issues. You're going to feel just healthier within that 5 days. And a lot of time you'll become almost we like to call it delightfully addicted to them. So I think the 5-day trial is really, really helpful. So that's invite. Inviting to coaching. Real quick on this, I'm not going to go into much depth about this right now because we're going to talk about this later. There are 2 different coaches in this coaching world. There's a business coach like us. We're here to make money. We're here to help lots and lots of people. We pay all of the fees, which includes that monthly fee and the quarterly fee, and we dedicate time to growing our business. That is us. Discount coaches are those that just want to save money monthly on the Shakeology, which is fine. They're still a coach. It's great. They only have to pay that monthly fee. When they sign up, they're automatically enrolled in the club, and that's something that you'll have to either ask them or do yourself to cancel. I do it as a courtesy to my coaches. But anyway, so when you're inviting people to coaching, you can always, like, if you know this person's like this, lawyer that works 90 hours a week and is not going to have time to do Beachbody, that's fine. You can still invite them to coaching. They can be a discount coach. They can save the money every month. So just know that when you're inviting people to coach with you, they don't have to do all of it. They don't have to be, that huge beach business coach like you are, or you're going to be. So just wanted to touch base on that. Inviting to coaching continued. When they buy a challenge pack, they can sign up to be a coach for free. It's all in the same process, especially if you're using the Beachbody mobile app, which I'll go into. I think I'm going to talk about that tomorrow. If they use that, it's super easy and it's free right then and there. You don't have to pay anything extra when they buy a challenge pack. If they decide to later on down the road become a coach, then it's $40, $39.95. But that can be refunded if they were a previous challenge pack customer. So if they've ever bought a challenge pack before, you can fill out a really quick, seriously, a 3-line form for them and submit it, and it gets refunded to them within 2 to 5 business days. Super easy. And then the question I get all the time, why would they want to be a discount coach? Really? Because they save about $20 a month. That's really it. It helps you out a lot because it's going to help you rank advance, but it's also going to help them out because they're saving money. So it's a win-win situation. All right. The next vital behavior is proof of the product. You want to be a proof that Beachbody works. And I don't mean that you need to be some stick figure skinny bimbo by any means, because if you look at me, that's definitely not what I am. It just means that you need to be using our products on a daily basis and sharing that. So that just means you're drinking Shakeology every day. Why wouldn't you? It's amazing. Find a program that you enjoy and do it. I sneakily, not really sneakily, but I happen to usually be doing the same workout that's on sale that month. That way when I'm making my post, like, oh, the upper fix was so hard today, and somebody's like, oh, what are you doing? And I say 21-day fix, it's on sale this month. That's an automatic end with them. Doesn't always happen because I'm not going to lie. If they do like, I don't know, Body Beast on sale next month, I'm not going to go run out and buy it just so that I can promote it that way. It just happens to be that the 21-day fix has been on sale quite a bit of times the last couple months. Pio is on sale, which I own as well. So it helps. Of course, share your experience with the product. You want to always be posting those pictures or thoughts that you're having about the products, how much you love them, how much you're wanting everybody else to enjoy them too. And then my most important thing that you need to do, you need to take before and after pictures. I know you're like, oh, I am not taking those pictures. Yes, you are. Please. I promise you. Listen, when I started this journey, I was a heck of a lot of fat, and I did not want those pictures. In fact, when I took them, I nearly threw up. However, I can't tell you how proud I am to pull up that picture and then pull up today's picture. That is like the most rewarding thing for me personally. On top of that, it's my biggest sales point. Every time I pull up those postpartum pictures and then I post my current pictures, people are like, oh my gosh, and that's what draws people in, is your success. So it doesn't need to be, like, you may be thinking to yourself, well, I didn't just have a baby, I don't have all that extra body weight. It doesn't matter. Any kind of transformation is going to draw people in. So go take those before pictures if you haven't done so already. And then personal development is our last vital behavior. I'm not going to lie, not a huge reader. I have very lazy eyes, so when I get in bed at night to read, I fall asleep. It's just what happens. So I find myself better at listening to things. I know Stephanie does this too. We play things in the car on our ride to work, on our ride home from work. It's a great time to do your personal development. Some things that you can listen to, well, these recommendations are books and listening. The Secret is a book and also a video that you can listen to. I can't speak enough about that. If you have any idea about energy of the universe and attracting your positive thinking, attracts a positive action, all of that kind of stuff, The Secret is the book to read or listen to. It's amazing. Shailene Johnson's got some podcasts. If you want to know more about that, ask Steph. She's like her guru. She loves those. I haven't really delved into them much, but she, speaks volume of them. So if you're interested in those, talk to Steph about that. And then, of course, the book, Rock Your Network Marketing Business. Great read. Quick and simple. All you have to do for personal development is pick something that you want to improve on. I know for me, a improvement that I've been wanting to make in my own life is just the positive thinking. Like, that has nothing business related. It's just on a daily basis, I want to be able to see the positive side of everything instead of thinking, oh, I'm so tired. It's thinking, I'm so grateful that I got to wake up today and spend time with my baby and have a job that pays me well and a second job that pays me really, really well. And, just thinking on the positive side. So all my personal development has to do with that. It's totally not even business related, but that's fine. And then another personal development tool that you can use in addition to reading or listening is our weekly team calls. They're going to be every Thursday at 9 p.m. And they're done via this program called Zoom, which is either on the computer or on your phone. So it's not even like something that you have to go to. It's all via internet. Facebook posting, really quick. I want you to strive to post 3 times a day, right when you wake up, when you're eating lunch, and then around 5 and 6. Those are the most busiest times of the day for people to be looking at their news feeds, so great times to post. When you're making your post, you want to find your 3 obsession and stick to those. You don't want to be really willy-nilly about your post. You really want to keep focused on those 3 things that you're obsessed with, for lack of a better word. Mine are health and fitness, my son Dalton, and cooking recipes. Those are really, if you go look at my board or my wall, those are like the top 3 things that I post about. Sometimes I'll post other things, education related, or maybe these cute leggings that I love to wear. But I very rarely post pictures of me out with my friends drinking. That's not really attractive to my business. I don't post hateful things or mean things, even if I really, really want to, because sometimes I do. I refrain. So you really just want to focus on those 3 obsessions, just to make yourself look a little bit more believable and trustworthy. Because remember, everybody's watching you all the time. And then a quick tip that I just kind of discovered the other day. Once you've started a conversation with somebody on Facebook or in person about really anything, it doesn't have to be Beachbody related, and you want them to be a customer, make them a close friend on Facebook, because you're going to get a notification every time they post something, and that will help you remember to like, that Facebook strategy we talked about, to like their pictures or, make a comment, to keep connected, because it's going to make your conversations a lot more genuine, because you're going to know exactly what's going on in their lives, and that's going to be very appetizing for somebody that's wanting or needing a coach in their lives. So making people close friends that you want to be customers at some point, or coaches, is a great tip. So that's the end of today's slide. I just hope that I touched base on some more helpful tips. And of course, if you need any help, you know where I'm at, and you know that you can post in the group any questions you have. Alrighty, see you tomorrow for day 3.